Then actually I went to the urinal, and then he stood next to me in the urinal.
And then you realised it wasn't Chuck.
Which was really weird. So then I knew for sure it wasn't Chuck.
Had a consult your eye, that's not Chuck.
I was like, no, definitely not.
Right, I need to do this right. I need to get this right in a one. Hi guys, just before we start recording this week's episode, just want to make you aware we have got some big news coming from the Whisky Stories podcast, Ross, don't we?
We do indeed, we've been busy.
We have been very, very busy. In case you haven't noticed from some of our social posts, we were treated a couple of weeks ago to a great day out with Ian McLeod Distillers gang. We were at Rosebank when we were taking on to Glengoyne. But more importantly, we have some big news that people who listen to the Whisky Stories podcast are receiving a 15% discount on the Rosebank tours. How good's that?
It's pretty good. And there's loads of different tiers of tours at Rosebank.
There certainly is. There's the Rosebank Reawakening, which is £25.
For that you get a Glengoyne, a Tamdhu and the taste of new Rosebank new make.
And of course that's as well as a tour of the distillery, Angus, which we got.
Which is fantastic.
Yeah, Claire took us round and showed us a new distillery that is not a new distillery as such.
Yeah, and fully accessible as well.
We dropped the train.
And just like a really cool modern distillery as well.
So we had the the Discovered tour, Ross, is £50.
That's the one I'd be going for. From a 15% discount for the Whisky Stories podcast.
It's 50 quid.
Yeah.
Right, £50. It gets you the tour and it gets you a chance to try Rosebank. Rosebank 32, Ross.
Yeah, try Glengoyne 15 and a 32-year-old Rosebank.
Now, how much is a 32-year-old Rosebank bottle?
It's about £1,500 to
£1,500 to £2,000, Chuck, for that. And for 50 quid, not only are you getting taken round the distillery, you're getting a chance to try Glengoyne 15 and a Rosebank 32. Right. And if you use the discount code WSP15,
Whiskey Sierra Papa.
Whiskey Sierra Papa 15.
Or Whisky Stories podcast.
No, stop complicating it. It's WSP15. Put that in when you're checking out and you will get a 15% discount on that. If you are going to pay £50, Chuck, and you're getting a 15% discount, how much is that going to cost you?
Right, it's £7.50 reduced from the total.
There you go, Angus, which is
$42.50.
There we go.
It is also worth saying that there's one more premium offer that you can get our discount with.
Yes, of course.
Which is Rosebank Rekindled Tour.
Yeah.
And on that, you will get to enjoy a Tamdhu 18.
We did.
Paired with chocolate.
Yeah.
A Glengoyne 18, also paired with chocolate.
Ooh.
Nice.
And a Rosebank 33-year-old, as well as the new make.
How much is that?
That one's £100 for that.
100 quid. Again, take 15% of 100 quid, Chuck. What are you getting?
It's going to be £85 in total for you.
There you go. Look at that. An absolute bargain.
WSP15. Get yourself to the Rosebank Distillery.
Yeah, and absolutely. And we'll be talking about it later on as well. And the podcast that we did with Gordon Dundas, the video of us looking around, and other Glengoyne stuff that we did. A fantastic day all round, Angus.
Brilliant. Absolute fantastic day.
I had a very average day at work while you guys were
Well, anyway, Angus, you know what to do. Clap us in. Welcome along to the Whisky Stories podcast with myself, Graham Cogar. We are back upstairs in the Athletic Arms, lads.
It's slightly cooler.
Oh, it feels like we haven't been in here for ages.
It's been a long time. I think it's been months since we've been here.
It certainly has. It's nice to see the red upholstery. It's just comforting, isn't
It
it?
was my requirement to come back on. I said, you've got to get upstairs now, lads.
Well, that's it. And the thing is, we are welcoming here today. We're in the presence of greatness. Because congratulations to Ross Barr, the winner of the Whisky Guru Rising Star Awards. Don't worry, Ross. We'll record another one if you don't win. Because tomorrow,
as we're recording this, I'm going to the Drama Awards, Drama Magazine Awards, and I am one of the finalists.
Absolutely fantastic.
Whisky Guru Rising Star.
Absolutely.
So they've changed the kind of main awards. And some amazing finalists there as well. So we'll see how it goes.
Brilliant.
And yes, we'll re-record this.
And then right, okay, so just stop there just now and go. And of course, the voice you're hearing right there is the guy who was absolutely robbed of the Whisky Guru Rising Star Award, Ross, yesterday.
Commiserations, Ross.
Really upset for you.
Congratulations to the winner. She or he really deserves it.
Yeah. As soon as you heard that you weren't winning it, did you just get up and storm out, did you?
No, I'm far too well behaved for that.
You were robbed though. I mean, as we say, Whisky Stories podcast.
No, not at all. Listen, it's amazing competitors.
But tell us what you were saying in the group chat though.
We can play the voice notes actually.
And there you go. So if we do get lucky enough, we can keep them both in.
No, well, I tell you what. All joking aside, as we are recording this, tomorrow is the awards.
Yeah,
Right.
I've got no idea.
So you don't know, but look, I'll say this: you've been very coy and quiet about it, and it wasn't until maybe even last week I think you mentioned it to us, which I was quite shocked. And then they put
Because if you'd been nominated, you'd have been shouting it from the rafters. Graham.
100%. If there are any whiskey podcast-based awards out there, then
Please nominate.
aye, get us nominated. But no, in all seriousness, you were quite coy about it, and then I think they put a post up
Yeah, so
with all the nominees.
So there's 4 finalists all go to Deanston
Yeah.
and do a tour of Deanston, which is great because I'd never done it before. And then there's an interview with the team from CVH and Susan from Dram Magazine, which was really fun actually. We had a great day out. It was quite nice because former guest Jane Ross
Yes.
was also a finalist. She was also a finalist last year, and I think you could argue the most deserving winner.
I think I want her to win.
Yeah, and so it was actually kind of nice to hang out with Jane as well, and the other two, which I didn't know so well, Chris and Lucy. But it was actually a really, really fun day out.
Yeah, good.
I thought we were going to be tested more, but really it was just kind of have a great day out. And then
He scooshed it, eh? He
No,
thought,
no,
I actually thought it was going to be a bit of a test.
They didn't test us at all.
Oh, right.
Well,
It's
maybe you
just-
were being tested though. That's the.
Well, that's true. In which case, I'll have absolutely ruined that.
Well, look, I just think to be nominated is must
That's
be
great.
huge.
I've never been nominated for anything before in my life.
Right, that's it. Except for like it's your turn to go up the ladder at Scotch.
Exactly.
But
I
no,
don't even have to do that anymore.
congratulations on that. It is very good. We have a busy old show tonight
We
because
absolutely do.
we've got loads and loads of stuff going on. Just a catch up, really, as well.
Right.
I should say as well, Angus and I are wearing our Whisky Stories
Brand
podcast new merch. If you look behind this, Weekend Dram roll call on the back there. I also have a pair of Rosebank socks on, which Ross accidentally left in my bag, which he purchased. They're very comfortable. We'll talk a little bit about that as well. I was just going to say,
Keep them.
With yeah, it's a warm day. If you win the award, I'm going to put a wee star above the Whisky Stories podcast logo, right?
Like a club's first Champions
Yeah,
League
we've got
trophy.
our first bit of silverware as a podcast, Angus. What do you reckon?
Absolutely, yeah. Aye, 100%.
Aye.
Why not? Let's shout about it.
No, look, it's great. So well done. But as I say, it's a busy old show. In front of me, I have.
Well, we have some drams in front of us.
Yeah, but we're gonna come to them. I don't know what the hell these are, and to be honest with you, I spent a long time this afternoon looking them out, because when we were at Whisky Fringe,
Yes.
Neil,
When we were helping
We were
Old Paltney 17 onto its award,
well,
which is also
Number one drama Whiskey Fringe.
Number one drama.
is that, did it win?
Old Paltney 17 by
Ah,
Old
look at that.
Old Paltney 17. I think just the regular one on the table rather than
Yeah, it was,
Quite- yeah.
was the drama of the weekend.
Drama of the Fringe.
Drama of the
Yeah.
Fringe.
Yeah.
There we go.
In no small part, I think, to
Well, we
our
talk.
work.
We
I
talk.
can honestly say I did nothing because I kept on talking about Bravo the whole time. So.
Yeah.
But,
Well, I also talked quite a lot about Bravo. Actually, Bravo was robbed as Drama of the Fringe.
Chuck, I've had to look back and since edit and publish the footage that you did, I can also clarify you did nothing.
yeah. I did come back to the table.
I was cursing you out loud a lot when I had to try and look through that.
Yeah,
that
I did
footage.
come back to the table like maybe an hour into Whiskey Fringe, and Graham was just very much, "Oh, you having a good time, are you, Chad? any chance you could just hang about at the table for
just
5 minutes?"
Really bad. I mean, I thought your stuff was bad for the for the Dornoch episode. It's Whisky Fringe.
It was quite hard to do anything. There's so many people around.
Yeah.
So-
I still managed to pull it all together. That's
Oh, yeah.
Well done, Graham.
Save the
You're
day.
a
I think
trooper.
that's what we're
I
going to
give
get.
you lots of angles.
So
just
as Angus
none
said,
of
we've got
them.
drams in front
We
of
do,
us.
right, aye.
And funnily enough, it is a Deanston glass that I've got. Angus.
There
Same
you are.
as
He's
you.
doing anything to get himself into that award.
It's too late. It's too late. As this comes out, I have either not won or I have won.
And that's why we've got 2 recordings. So we're on.
And so I had a Deanston handfill, red wine
Oh,
finish,
nice.
that Kev just got, and it was so delicious, it's disappeared.
It's gone. It's evaporated.
It's gone. What have you got, Graham?
Right, I've got a Scapa 16,
Oh,
The new bottling.
the new bottling.
Scapa 6.
Now, everyone,
I've not tried it.
I
so-
actually have tried this already, I tried it at the Scotch at the Balmoral, and
But the fact that he's instantly went, the new one is what we want to lean
That's-
into.
So how many years did Scapa 16 disappear for, Ross?
Honestly, it was before I was 18.
Oh, really?
So it's been away for some
probably
time. It's been at least 8
It
years.
was
It's
still
been at least 8
it was
years.
still available. Like I still could get it in a bar before I started working at Scotch. So 2014,
Yeah.
right, and what's so special about Scapa?
which is a good dram.
I
right?
mean, Scapa 16 was the dram that Scapa's reputation was based upon. Scapa 16, Orcadian, what they called themselves.
Yeah, the Arcadian.
And then they replaced it with the Skiddon and the Glancer, which, sorry Pernod Ricard, were terrible replacements for
Really?
it.
They wouldn't. I wouldn't even classify them as replacements. It was just like you had a really
They
good.
just stopped the 16 and then introduced these two non-age statements.
Yeah, at a time when non-age statements weren't even really that well respected anyway.
No.
So it was a real like kick in the teeth to Scapa fans.
Well, it's a very nice dram. I had no Scapa up to this point.
Yeah.
I don't even know an awful lot about Scapa, and even whilst I was being served by one of your colleagues, Ross, I couldn't even tell where Scapa actually was.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
But I think it's one of these things.
There's only two. That's bad.
But you're right, because I think the reputation of Scapa was really built on this dram, because I've encountered people, there was someone in particular I spoke to, and they said, oh, maybe somebody that doesn't drink a lot of whiskey, and they were like, oh, Scapa's a really good, I really like Scapa. Scapa's a good whiskey.
Yeah.
And I tried a Scapa on the back of that.
Yeah.
And it was one of these non-age ones, and I was thinking,
I can guarantee you
that's done absolutely nothing for me.
there's members of
I
our
don't-
Facebook
you know.
page, and I don't mean to personally attack you, but it'll be a middle-aged man who won't have drank Scapa 16 for over 10 years, so he'll go into bars and go, got any Scapa 16? No, we don't, sir. That's a good dram.
Yeah.
That is
And now-
that's like patter for whiskey people.
and now though,
so
are
just
people
to-
going to?
Before we move on to the new one, you say, this is excellent, but it is just typical whiskey. I'm sure Scapa 16 was very good. Chuck, how much was it a bottle, the old one?
I think it was about £80 back then.
And it still sells for about 200 on auction, the old one.
Yeah.
But they made loads of it because it's still available on auction.
Yeah.
You know,
I
regularly.
will be honest and say I wasn't a massive fan of Scapa 16 because at that time it just wasn't the style of whiskey I was interested in. It was fresh, loads of like kind of that peanut butter vibe, very very creamy, and I wanted a massive sherry bomb. That's all I wanted at that point in time.
Yeah.
So I've had this new 16. I think it's alright.
I
That's
think
nice.
it's great.
I think it's good.
I mean, this is the problem. Is what's happening is I'm getting, it's a solid dram, but it's nowhere near as good as the.
And that's just because that's whiskey. And
That's
whenever
also-
something's
It just makes me
discontinued,
annoyed.
Roast into glasses, man. It's like the exact same thing when Glendronach 15 Revival came back. People were just like, oh, it's good, but it's not as good as what it was.
People can't tell a lot of the time, but it's just that I had something I know that you can't get, or I know something. You know, this was popular, so let's rest our entire opinion on it, which is
So-
which is
And
fine.
also, how many people have actually had them side by side?
Nobody.
against
Almost nobody.
Yeah,
people's
And
memories.
This is a challenge that we should try and
I
get.
would- well, that would be a good.
Yeah,
thing.
you
To
could
find
al-
somebody in the group that has the old Scapa 16, because I think I've only tried it once before.
Right.
Like
But
years and years
I
ago.
would almost argue as well. It's like looking back on a fond memory,
Yeah.
and then being stuck in the
Is
cruel reality of the present.
Well, is there something that you can do in terms of like how many times has this happened where something's been discontinued and then it's been re-brought back? And I wonder how many times you could actually do it where you could say, right, let's do it. Let's try. Is there a tasting that you can do where you can say, right, I'm going to find 3 discontinued drams that have been re-brought back, and we'll have them 6 drams side by side.
I mean, I can tell you for a fact the most mentioned discontinued dram in the history of this podcast is Old Portland 17.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
But it's not been brought back though.
No.
So what I'm wanting to know is,
okay,
could
that-
you
or to
do
like a
how many other has there been many other distilleries and brands that have done that where they've brought?
They brought it back. I don't know.
I mean, you can still do it with like now and then. We used to do it a lot with tastings.
Most of the time it's because they had a gap in stock,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So like Glengoyne 18 is about to come back. It was discontinued for about 18 months there.
Yeah,
But like
it's not.
Scapa disappeared for 10 years.
I'm trying to think of. I mean, you could even do it with something that's available, like Glenlivet 12 from today, and then get an 80s bottle.
Yeah,
of
yeah.
Glenlivet
I mean, you
12.
can do
And
that.
That's
there's still going to be differences in that.
Yeah.
I've done it before. It's class. It's really cool to do that.
Yeah.
But I mean, I guess some of the Bowmore stuff would have been discontinued, certain maturation styles, or things pivoted from. Even I think Johnny Walker did one for the bicentenary where they brought like the white label back.
Yeah.
Which, from my understanding, was fine.
Yeah.
I don't know what the original white label was like.
No.
It's supposed to be 200 years old. So
There you go.
Yeah. Well, that's
You'd have to find a really old middle-aged man in a pub going in a white label.
Well,
Oh,
I think
aye.
that was a celebration blend versus the Highland blend, so there was no peat in it. It was bottled at 51% as well. I actually thought it was pretty good.
was it good?
Enjoyed the Johnny Walker.
Yeah.
But yeah, interesting.
No, it's
I would say I've drank more Scapa in the last 3 months than I'd had in the rest of my life.
Really?
You,
And there's a 19-year-old out at the moment, which is a Whisky Exchange exclusive, not an ad. That is bloody special.
Really?
Really, really special. And
Oh.
I think Scapa Spirit was something that I was naive to, because I'd only had the Skirin and the Glancer.
yeah.
And I'd heard so much about the old 16 that I'd started to dislike the distillery.
Yeah.
You know?
I had a similar vibe to it because Skirin and Glancer was so underwhelming to me, but there was a G&M bottling that they did with the Scapa label that they own the rights to.
Distillery label, yeah.
Yeah, I think it was a 13 or a 14-year-old.
Yeah.
And I think that was even bottled about 46%. And
Yeah.
class.
I
really,
think
really
as
good.
well in here we had a few kind of distillery exclusive Scapas as well. There was a 14-year-old or a
Right.
14-year-old bourbon.
The kind of
cask,
Pernod
I think.
Ricard cask.
It was it was labelled as
Yes,
Scapa.
there was a lot of labels.
yeah,
It's easy
but
going.
was-
It's
yeah.
very, very
Yeah.
easy going. It's and actually I was sold to it on tomatin vibes,
That's optimistic.
like fruity.
As a man who is very defensive out
Aye, absolutely. But fruity, kind of just that sweetness that you get out of it, a bit tropical at times as well.
I think it's old Pulteney-esque in bourbon.
Ah, okay.
I think it's got a coastal sweetness,
Yeah.
which is approachable.
Well, geographically, it's not far away.
And of course,
That's true.
And of course, anyone who listened to one of the podcasts that we did like this a few months ago, Scapa is probably a distillery that we'll never get a chance to visit because we can't scuba. Hey, Chuck.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I can, just you
You
can.
can't equalise.
Yeah, you can't
equalise.
equalise.
I can't. But what are you drinking?
We
Aye,
always need someone to stay on the boat while we're having
aye.
fun.
Keep an eye on you guys.
If you go back
I'll just get my line cut. I imagine.
if you
Equalise
enjoy,
on that, yes.
if you enjoy these kind of catch-up style episodes, go and watch the last one. We're down in the Digger Cellar.
That wasn't the last one. It was the one before that.
And we're answering basically.
You don't have to,
We're answering
it's fine.
questions online about your favourite, your dream distillery trip, what we should do. And Graham rolled out the Orkney Islands because he can't scuba. Nobody
we're-
mentioned scuba diving before.
No,
It's the completely wrong way round. I said at Orkney, there's really good scuba there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You were like, well, I can't equalise, so we're not going.
Yes, we're not going.
And
That's it.
honestly, quite jokingly, shouted at you.
It's happening an awful lot these days. As our relationship
That's the whole thing,
blossoms,
that is it.
as our relationship blossoms and grows, you just get angrier and angrier. With
I think there's a lot of rage in me.
Yeah, I know.
I've got quite a soft voice, but
Yeah.
it's dripping with anger.
You're an angry man. Right, I mean, when I'm trying to, we were arguing over. I cut it down quite a bit, but when we were at your place of work, and we were arguing over whether it was 5 to the hour or bang on the hour for the casks.
It's about 10 past.
It was close. But anyway, Angus, what are you dramming?
So I've done an Angus classic here. I've got I'm trying a dram. I've got a bottle of unopened at home.
That's so typical.
It's so typical. So it's the Dorna Castle release, the 4-year-old Dorna.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So
Great drop,
They
man.
have that behind the bar here.
Nearly killed me.
Yeah. nearly killed Ross. So I'm enjoying that. It's delightful. It's really, really nice. A standard Dornick, I would say.
Don't make me shout at you.
and then I've got my next dram, which I'm going to try, is an Edredauer 13-year-old finished in Sauternes casks. So
Lovely.
I like Edredauer, I like Sauternes casks, I like 13-year-old whiskies.
I also
you
feel
go.
like Edinburgh don't do finishes all that often until recently we're seeing
Yeah, they really put
all
up-
these cask finishes.
Yeah.
Because they used to be really bold in their maturation. They would do like a Sauterne maturation.
Oh well, it might be
12-year-old.
Sauternes maturation. I'm
And
not
it's
sure.
like,
I might have to
well, it's very dark.
clarify this.
It's very dark, but I like the spirit of Edinburgh.
Oh no, this
Yeah.
this is fully matured Sauternes.
There you go.
13
It makes more
years.
sense to me.
Had a research there.
Had a research there. Well, I corrected myself.
So I mean, you're going to expect this to be
Yeah.
really impactful with the sweet wine.
Yeah.
And it's something I had a really interesting conversation about recently. I'd like your opinion, Charles, because we talk about wine finishes, and how much whiskey we're seeing wine finished right now. Everything is bloody wine finished. Whereas I remember when I was getting an education from Chuck many, many moons ago, it kind of been explained to me that wine finishes were really inconsistent. And especially when it came to co-releases, other than Glenmorangie doing the Sauterne Nectador and the Quinta Ruben, etc., and Balvenie doing some stuff with higher age statements, it was like nobody's doing this on a consistent basis because it's not consistent. Whereas now everybody's chucking stuff in new wine casks.
Who did we speak to recently? I don't know whether it was on the pod or whether it was off the pod, but there's an economic answer to that question, I'm pretty sure. And I think it was probably
but that's not relevant to what stuff that's getting bottled now.
Yes, it could be. Because when the price of casks...
No, it's not. Because the conversation we had was with Jake, and it was talking about the procurement of casks now.
Right, was it Jake?
And so
Is that for a future episode?
So it will be for a future episode, but also it references, I went to a tasting with Dougal, the Glenfiddich brand ambassador for Scotland, who mentioned that Glenfiddich had bought 40,000 refill wine casks this year instead of buying bourbon casks for their new make. But that doesn't explain all the finishing that we're seeing now. Okay, maybe the price of wine casks is so appealing to independent bottlers, etc., that they're going, let's finish that. But we're seeing a lot of historic brands. Probably Glencadam were the first to do it, to go, here's our red wine finish. By the way, it spent 3 years in red wine.
I do think Deanston was probably one of the first ones.
Glenmurray as well would have been.
The Chardonnay was probably one of the first ones. I think was a big release.
Yeah,
I remember Deanston.
Is that the Vine one? Is that the?
No, it was like years. It was like a core range.
It didn't go down well.
No, it didn't. I think that probably led us into always talking about how it's inconsistent. Deanston did Burgundy, which I loved, and I got a handful at the distillery way back in the day. I was actually, weirdly enough, I was talking to George Keeble about it this 2 days ago.
Okay.
And he was talking about treatment of casks. There's apparently 2 ways that wine casks got treated or sent over. You'll get like
good cask.
Some rage is going to fall up.
Some of them are like the firstborn, and some of them are like the middle child.
See the way you push them around, Chuck.
That's my steel toe caps are dented. No, but you get fresh wine casks, so you'll get some residual liquid shipped over with that. That will be disgorged, and then you'll fill. Yeah. Or you can get they'll be treated with a sulfur candle. So that ultimately will
a sulfur candle. That's never going to be a hit at the Yankee candle store, is it?
That's what George was talking about. I mean, I don't know how common that is.
I've never heard of that, and so that's to basically dry the remaining liquid.
And to but it also then when you put whiskey in, and you get a ton of sulfur characteristic. You can't really avoid that. And also
notoriously, we want wet casks.
Yeah. I think you are seeing it more common for. As long as the shipment's good, it comes over quick enough, and you're not, you don't have 40 casks sitting in a container just, drying, the wood drying and the wine turning to vinegar. You can get that, put whiskey into that. You're gonna get.
So when you say so basically, Ross, you used the phrase wet cask there for people who are listening, wondering what that is. A wet cask, I'm right in saying, is they'll leave residue.
Transit liquid,
so they'll leave like wine in the cask.
Yeah, I mean just a couple of litres, just so the wood itself doesn't dry out. That would
that'd be ideal. That's what you'd want if you were buying.
Yeah, and that might even happen naturally. Like the cask might be emptied out, and then as it dries, it will maybe release some of that, or the wood itself will release liquids. But you typically then disgorge that. You don't really want that.
No.
Maybe some people would leave residual, but you're immediately tainting the liquid that you're putting in.
It's the idea that you're getting a really fresh cask.
Yeah.
And we also had a discussion recently, I think I had it with you, it might not have been, we were talking about STRs.
Shaved. We talked about that on...
Shaved, toasted, and recharred. Kind of the idea that people are still passing that off as STR red wine. Especially new distilleries like Neon and...
When the whole process of it basically removes any red wine character that could possibly have been...
Yeah, because it is a really interesting thing with maturing wine, because I believe wine only enters like 14 millimeters into the wood.
Okay.
Right.
And then alcohol goes far deeper. So even when you are using a wine cask, you'll get the initial wood influence and the wine influence, but then you will get.
But there's less there to draw out.
There is less there, but then you're also then getting the flavour from the wood anyway.
Yeah.
So that
the
factor
shaved
is
toast and rechar removes more of that wine.
yeah,
than
predominantly
more of
that,
the wood.
and it's not strong enough ABV wise to hold up to
Yeah.
63%
I
alcohol.
think I'd probably quite like to see it. How much are they shaving, toasting, and
Yeah.
I'm sure it's just millimeters, but it depends on how heavy
Well,
the
how
char
good-
is.
Yeah.
Because if you shave and toast,
Well,
and then
you could skip the shave and toast if you're recharring enough.
well, then if you do like a mild char, that's gonna be one thing. If you do like an alligator char
Yeah.
or something like that, that will go far deeper into the wood
Yeah.
and change it far more dramatically.
And I mean, I would see going back on an economic point of view. I always like. We should probably plan a trip at some point to Jerez
Absolutely.
and go and check it
100%.
out because
I've been actually.
well, I don't have a concept of how big.
We should go not in the summer months because
No.
it's absolutely boiling
Well,
right now.
I just have no concept over what these bodegas
You'd love it.
and things are like
Yeah, it's
because
cool, man.
I could only picture like in that small area, that little triangle that we always see on presentations and stuff like that, that there's only so many bodegas in there and there's only so many cooperages, and all we keep hearing.
Have you ever been to Space either?
Well, this is it. But then what we hear people saying, we hear distilleries saying, we hear independent bottlers saying, we have a very good relationship with this bodega,
Yeah.
which is where we source our wood from. And you're going, well, everyone seems to be saying this, right? So are the bodegas splitting themselves up and saying you can get some of that and you can get some of that, or is it like some distilleries? I understand,
I mean,
basically,
the sherry triangle's pretty big.
yeah. So I mean, I just don't have a concept because
Spain's a bigger country than Scotland.
But then, thank you for that. Careful, you might be taking a job off Angus soon. But that's why you're the rising star, whiskey guru. But
or not.
but
But
is it a case that maybe there's just the economy of buying lots and lots and lots of, because this is the other thing. How many casks are being bought from?
I think they're making more than they're buying. I
Yeah.
think we are buying them from them. They're making them there.
No, but how many? Like the scale of it. You've just said how many did Dougal Gordon say that?
40,000.
Yeah, but that's about Glenfiddich's production.
No, but then think about it. Go with Macallan. You look at Edrington. We had Craig Johnson on last week. You listen to like the scale and volume of that, and these are all relationships. So is it just a case of at some point or other, Glen Turner own vineyards and own wine companies? So do they say like we've already it takes is
if Edrington were the first big customer for Gonzalez Baez, and that's what they use for the distilleries, and now people want Gonzalez Baez are going to give it to the Edrington distilleries because that's the previous customer. I think it's just.
But no, but is it a case of that somebody somewhere has decided, look, we've got a source of sherry casks coming, and it's harder and harder to find.
Well, some of these
Or
relationships.
do they just go, let's go to vineyard
Some of these relationships were made decades ago.
Yeah, hundreds.
Like,
Mate,
so-
You spoke about Finn Thompson.
Yeah,
for
exactly.
example. His family
But-
imported
but
the wine
I'm not-
and they're now finishing casks.
Well, I'm not talking like so like there. What was their one that he did in the
Torres red wine.
Torres red wine? But is it a case of like maybe have people looked at it and gone that sherry cask market is just so busy? Is there another economically viable
Are people
route?
choosing wine because they can't get into the sherry?
Well, not because they can't get into it, just because it's such a busy market. It's
Well, I
actually
mean,
like
it has changed because of that. So you have seasoning programs where casks will be seasoned for 18 months, 24 months. I mean, I'd say one of the probably more inventive ways I've seen it done in recent years would be the Port of Leith distillery, where they bought in casks of sherry to sell in Oloroso, sell in Manzanilla, sell white port and red port, and then utilize those casks for maturation down the line.
of course they had to get that bottled over in Spain.
Yeah, but I mean, they made that made it so they could sell those products to then acquire that
Is
wood
that
as
true?
well.
I didn't know that sherry needed to be bottled in Spain.
Sherry by law since
But it's the
1986.
same
Same
as
as
the
whiskey.
Scotch.
Yeah,
Same as
late
whiskey.
80s,
Same
the
as
law
whiskey.
was changed.
Which is why the big argument came about sherry cask versus sherry seasoned cask.
Right, yeah.
Because you can't. Anyway.
Yeah.
Well, look, we've got some listener questions.
Sorry,
Chuck. Sorry, Charles.
I've got Glenfiddich 12 standard.
Super.
Nice. Good draft.
It's hot, it's warm, and I figured I would have something fresh. And they rinsed me at the bar for it. So
Nice.
I know, and I think cruelly rinsed you, Chuck, because
Yeah.
Glenfiddich.
That's a great dram.
Yeah.
I should have got Glenlivet 12. I feel.
I want to go back to Glenlivet. I had a Glenlivet. When did I have it?
Well, I had one on Friday, so
Yeah.
I'm working through it, a 13-year-old distillery exclusive bottle, which is Virgin Oak and American Oak. It's lovely.
No.
First fill American Oak, combination of first fill American Oak and first fill European Oak.
There you go. Super. Now, Chuck has just produced a mystery malt.
I was going to say Glenfiddich. I recently revisited a lot of Glenfiddich. Because I went to the tattoo.
Oh, wait. Is this Ross Barr getting to say a big thank you to our friends at
Big thank
Glenfiddich?
you to my friend, Tim Walker.
I'm going to cut this out, Tim, because I never got asked.
And can I just say, I recently, so I had the 21, which I know I like, and I had the 23. And I think the 23 kicks the arse out of the 21.
23 is the
Grand Cru.
Oh yeah, the Grand Cru's
I
banging,
thought
man.
it was so bloody good.
Yeah, it's great.
And so that is something that I'll have to have at the podcast.
When
soon.
else do we want to get sent to Ross? We can have a chat.
Well, listen, Grand Cru, that's wine region.
There you go. Look, Chuck's just produced a mystery. Now, Chuck, tell us about these mystery malt. This mystery malt.
Should I try it first?
Yeah,
No, but don't tell us what it is.
Yeah, don't take the.
Try it blind.
Oh,
Try it blind.
so I was walking around town.
Good sound.
I was in Stockbridge. There's a shop called Communique Wine, just on the
It's
outskirts.
amazing you've managed to find a shop in Stockbridge that wasn't selling croissants.
I know.
Or
I mean,
old clothes.
Yeah, exactly.
For people not from Edinburgh, Stockbridge is a very well-to-do area of the town with lots of.
I used to work a
and
bar
cafes.
in there, so it's nice to be placed. But I was down there, and I popped into Communique Wines, and he had, he still has, I think, 2 or 3. So if you're looking for batch 2 mystery malt, the lovely guy
cool.
that runs that place still got them. He's selling them for £65 a bottle. So
Amazing.
The normal retail price as well. So I had them. And he also has a couple of Ardnamurcans, and I was going to a tasting with some mates in East Lothian, so I picked up a bottle of Ardnamurcan to take to that, and picked up 2 of these while I was there.
So these are batch 2.
So these are batch 2,
which I've never had any from before, so I don't even know the percentages of the chances here.
It kind of just missed me as well, and I'll be honest with you, I've opened this one. The other one I have with me is unopened, so we can open that if you want. Thanks, man.
Super.
To a live reveal. I think if you don't know about Mystery Malt, go and watch the Thompson Brothers episode 2, just before it was all released. It's an amazing concept from fantastic bottlers, and you don't know what you're getting. Now, what do you think of this, lads? You actually stuck your nose in the glass?
I've stuck my nose, I've not tasted it.
Young.
I will say, I think it needs a bit of time to open this one as well. So
I quite like the nose.
Right, well, tell you what, whilst we let it open and we're having a drink of this,
Young and sprightly.
Yeah,
it actually leads on quite nicely. Bob Cutting has asked, because we're going to some listener questions here. Bob Cutting has asked, what is the coolest whiskey? So,
Anybody got an answer for this? Preloaded.
Well,
Yeah, good, Angus. Thank God.
I think the Thompson Brothers are bloody cool, which is a different
That's-
because it's an independent bottler.
Okay.
So,
Okay, fair enough. I was
which
thinking
Well, it could be
sounds like a cop out because they're right here, right in front of us. That was my first point. My second point was because I did try and have a wee think about it. What distilleries cool in
Yeah.
terms of what they're producing?
I mean, Springbank.
Springbank.
cool because they're not cool.
Yeah, I mean, I love Long Row. I really do. And it's not, and I'm not a massive peat guy generally, but I love Long Row. I think it's really well put together spirit. And the fact that they are so anti-cool is
Yes.
really cool.
100%. The authenticity of Springbank,
Yeah.
not wanting to be what everybody else is, makes them cool.
right,
Yeah.
okay,
Good answer.
okay. What, so,
Why Long Row specifically?
I just think it's weird, man. They do like 100 casks a year. It's funky. The red wine maturations, Long Row Reds, are class.
Yeah.
Massive fan of that series. And it's just damn good, man. It's
Yeah.
really, really good.
so what
Really tasty.
how are we constituting cool then?
Well, how do you constitute cool? You probably think you're quite a cool person.
I'm a
Graham.
cool dude, aye.
So I would just...
I'm a cool dad.
So the way you judge yourself to be cool, judge a distillery is the way I'd say.
Well, it's not distillery. It's
Because you would have bullied Springbank.
It's coolest whiskey. It's coolest whiskey.
Springbank wouldn't have been cool to you.
And I'd be like, tried too
Look
hard
at
not
you
to
doing
be.
it by hand.
Tried too hard not to be cool. And
Yeah, but there is an element of
Fuck off.
The fact that so
Stop
ma-
complaining about your sore
Yeah.
back. Just get a machine and do it.
God.
Yeah.
But
Look, you
yeah.
can even come here and try and be cool with us. And we'll charge you for it.
but there is an element. The fact that so many people do like Springbank,
Yeah.
and it's so popular,
Aye.
kind of makes it a wee bit uncool.
Yeah, okay.
It makes it annoying.
I mean, there's an uncool one. I mean, you could say, really, could you get cooler than Bond, James Bond,
Yes.
and go for the Macallan? I mean, James Bond's a cool guy.
Well, this is it on a global
I
sense.
think Macallan's the coolest if you're not into whiskey.
Well, this
Right,
is
okay.
it. If you're not in the kind of whiskey fan sphere, Macallan's pretty cool.
That's a cool.
Surely it has to be cool.
It's iconic.
It's got.
I mean,
Iconic,
James Bond
very
drinks
good.
It's
forever.
iconic. Is it cool? It's certainly iconic.
I would, yeah, I would argue iconic more than cool.
Yes.
I'll tell you
For
what,
me, the coolest distillery, I think, I've not had too much thought to this. I'm going to go for Girvan.
Girvan's
Alright.
cool.
Girvan's cool.
Yeah.
And the site itself,
It's kind of
So-
big and industrial and
Is it-
factory-like.
well, it's bigger than Girvan. No.
It is.
Girvan Distillery is bigger than Girvan. And
The biggest thing to come out of Girvan is Girvan.
They're going to be producing 180 or 185 million litres. They're making the biggest distillery in Scotland.
Have you been to Girvan?
Never.
No,
You
I'd
can
love
see
to
it
go.
as you drive past, but
But-
I mean, it's huge.
I
It's
wanna-
bigger than Girvan.
I want to don high vis and be up in that, man. I want to
Yeah,
see
I
it. I
know,
want to see
yeah.
And I
Girvan.
think that I've had brilliant single grain Girvan.
Yeah.
I've definitely drank so many products with Girvan in it. And I'm also fascinated by Ilse Bay and the
Yeah.
historic Ladyburn. So to have that all involved in what is a very modern site,
Yeah.
young and cool.
And for the
Cool.
for the
And obviously
hangover-
for me,
If we're going,
cool and young goes hand in hand.
if we're going young and cool, then if we're going young and cool, could you say InchDairnie is like the cool young guy on the block now? Because
I thought it was cool.
I would say
thought it was
there's
very
three reasons that you can say InchDairnie is really cool. Number one, what they're doing there. The distillery is a cool distillery. It's a nice, cool, modern distillery.
Yeah.
Number two, I would say it's cool that they've decided, like, again, maybe a Springbank-esque of being like, we're not going to be like every other lowland
Roman
whiskey.
stills are cool.
We're not going to be like every lowland whiskey, and we're bringing out peated whiskey. And number three, in fact, there's four things here. Number three, the bottles just look really, really cool. Like when you look at their
important.
bottles,
That's
and you
important.
look at like how cool is it that they've got that thing on the top of the bottle that
Well,
Heavy
it
as
makes them
caps.
quite hard to keep in your pocket. 'cause
Yeah.
they're, like top heavy.
it does. We'll talk about that later. But also, and the other thing that makes them cool is the fact that we're going to bring out 2 single malt releases as our first single malt instead of just saying, oh, we've got an 8-year-old here. It's like, nah, bang, we've
Yeah.
got 2.
Mash
Yeah.
filter and Loman stills are cool equipment.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, no, it is a really, really cool site. It's an engineer forward site,
Yeah.
which is awesome. And I don't know if it's cool to say. I'm very impressed by it,
Yeah.
but it's a very well put together business model.
Are they
Slick.
Are they
It's
are they
like-
are they
It's
trying to be
very-
are they trying to be cool whereas Springbank are trying not to be cool?
I mean,
Like you look maybe
hipster. Springbank is hipster as fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
And
Senior-
InchDairnie is like.
Spice Boy.
I would argue
Yeah.
it's a Gile man. Like you know what I mean? It's a body warmer.
See, for me, the fact that InchDairnie say they're close to the public,
Oh yeah.
that's we're cool.
And it's actually a distillery that
You're not allowed
That's
to play with me.
private golf course kind of move.
Alright.
I think.
We
And
are too cool.
now, finally, again, on the Macallan front,
Yeah.
I would say...
Is that your answer, Angus? Is that what you're going for?
What,
No,
Macallan?
wait,
No.
No.
So Springbank.
Well, I said.
Remember,
Well, I
I'll
didn't.
come
I
up
didn't
with
say
an
this.
answer, yeah.
I didn't come up. I didn't say the distillery. I mean, I would say.
Thompson Brothers, I'd say, are pretty cool.
Well, yeah, I'd say Dornick's cool.
Ooh.
Yeah.
But that's like
Dornick's cool because it's just cool. 'cause
It
it's
is
like
cool. If you
tiny
know it,
and
it's cool.
Small and.
I'd also
you can-
say that's 10 times more hipster than Springbank.
It is.
but
It's,
I
like,
also-
it's the ultimate hipster.
On the coolness though, how cool is that though? Like,
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
it's
super
bloody
cool.
that's pretty cool.
But that is not their single malt. That's their independent stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah, but
Is that
we're
kind
not a distillery. It's coolest whiskey.
Okay.
But
Oh
see-
right. Okay.
well,
Well, then
see-
I've got can heads too with Springbank.
Yeah, well, true. Canheads is not cool.
They're not cool. They're too
Unless
old.
you're a Canheads
They're too
customer,
old to be
and then
cool.
it's
Nah, they're too
cool.
old to be cool.
They're Oh, I don't
They're
know.
like the original old guy that was like, I was cool once,
But Bulwar's cool.
I'm now.
They were never cool.
They were the Tony Hawk of independent bottling.
Tony Hawk is cool.
Aye. What was more cool? Like, there's older people that'll go, I remember when they were cool.
Right. Okay. Aye.
Maybe.
Fair.
I think
Like, don't get me wrong. Like,
Aye.
I really dislike the current. I like the can heads liquid. I really don't like the bottles they've gone for
Yeah.
now
Right, okay.
and the labels.
And I would say that independent bottling generally is cool.
Yeah.
And
Cindy.
things like Cannon Heads and
They're independent.
Malt Whisky Society used to be cool.
Not so cool
etc.
anymore.
Not so cool anymore.
I think their blends are cool.
One last thing as well. I'd say
Maybe the
probably,
blends are cool.
I'd say one of the first time it really flagged up for me is it was a cool moment in a movie. And again, you go to like movies and that's cool. If you're a whiskey and you're in a movie, does that make you cool?
Oh, that takes you
Well,
back
that's,
to
yeah,
the
I guess
start.
that-
that's
I
a good
haven't-
point because I mean, if you watch the original Highlander film and he
Yeah.
walks into the bar and he goes, "I'll have a Glenmorangie and a rocks."
Yeah.
That's cool.
Harrison
Or,
Ford.
Yeah, or Blade Runner.
Yeah.
Johnny Walker 12,
Oh,
Blade
right.
Runner.
Never seen
Really?
Blade Runner.
I've
not seen
never
Blade
seen
Runner,
Blade
either.
Oh my god, it's like
You
the
watch
most
that on your way to
icon-
the scuba diving course you went on.
Well, it's-
Genuinely,
yeah.
like Blade Runner in the original film, super cool.
Yeah.
They did a bottle specific for it. Blade Runner 2049
I ca-
did a specific bottle for it.
I can't remember the line, but in the movie, the movie The Gentleman by what's his name?
yeah.
He used to be married to Madonna, Guy Ritchie.
Guy Ritchie.
And it's a cool movie. And at the time, and it's a Glenfarclas bottle he pulls out, and he's like, "This bottle cost me like X amount of money." And the Glenfarclas logo is pretty cool.
Yeah.
I love the fact that Glenfarclas, as we found out, Angus, when we did our tour up
We
there,
did, yes.
is that it doesn't matter how old or how expensive the whiskey is, they don't change the bottle.
Not cool.
Yeah.
You're saying not cool for Glenfarclas?
No.
Why not?
Because old man doesn't change his trousers doesn't make him cool. Just means he's stuck in the
Can
same
I-
pair of trousers.
Oh.
Can I actually put the most
By the way, I love the liquid at Glenfarclas.
But
But how do you release a 70-year-old at 14
the Japanese
grand a
Japanese Glenfarclas stuff's super cool. But that's all like
And
manga
I've had
stuff.
like really interesting Glenfarclas.
Can
in
I
here.
pull a
Glenfarclas-
really random movie that
Yeah.
I very genuinely watched it like a week ago.
Whiskey
'cause
movies.
I was hungover after Whiskey Fringe. I wanted to watch something and not think, so I watched the original Iron Man film.
Oh, really?
All right.
And there's a scene in that where he opens a case and it's like blows them, sends off some massive missiles, opens up a case. Johnny Walker Blue in there,
Right.
and then I paused it because there was like 4 or 5 other bottles. They had a Caperdonic bottle by Douglas Lang, independent.
Oh.
It was like a 19-year-old. It was some. I.
Makes it cool though.
It did make it. I was like, that's.
It adds legitimacy to Iron Man.
Yeah.
Nothing to do.
I was like, man, he actually knows his shit.
I think
The
think
worst
that-
closed distillery, by the way, Cameron.
Yeah. I think this is something we could probably do in the Facebook
Aye,
group.
just
It's
definitely
just-
got
it's
the
just-
movies.
no, it's just
Yeah.
say what and pause your screenshots. Whiskey and films.
Yeah.
Whiskey and
Yeah,
TV.
love it.
I want
Yeah.
to see.
Yeah.
I want to
Right,
see.
we've got
What's
a big one. Right,
what's-
pick a cool distillery,
I was
and you've got to say it. Pick a cool whiskey. Once it's said, it's done. That's you locked in.
Distillery or what?
Well, whatever you can pick.
Okay,
Whatever.
well,
The question was
Truthfully,
coolest
my answer
whiskey.
goes to the Thompson Brothers.
Thompson Brothers.
All right.
Stole what I was going to say.
Well, that's what you
but-
agree on one. Is what you
Right, I'm
said.
not gonna.
Definitely
Thompson
agree.
Brothers. I would do
Definitely.
Thompson.
Oh,
Well done,
cool.
Thompson
Great.
Brothers. Chuck, you in agreement with that?
No, he's
Yeah,
a Springbank.
No, I think Thompson Brothers are really cool, but another
Yeah, we
independent.
all had our individuals on. You wanted a collective answer, Angus.
Coolest
All right,
whiskey.
happy to go with you.
I will go with Thompson Brothers then.
Nice.
Yeah, right, and what we're drinking here then? Let's.
Mine is gone.
Oh,
I thought
that's
it was
true.
Lovely.
Aye, what have we got?
I'm going to say
here?
it's young.
Yes.
It's under
So-
10 years old.
It's definitely
So
young.
it's not.
but
It's
that's-
not. It's not a
slight,
Torrevieja because we've had that and it was smoky.
It's not.
It
no.
could. I think it might be the Glenlivet.
Okay. Anybody got another guess?
Ooh. I think that's quite a good guess. Are you a Highland whiskey?
I am.
Yeah, good.
I think that is a good guess.
Are you a West Coast Highland whiskey?
No.
Oh.
Oh.
To me, although it's young, it's very Fettercare and Glencadam-esque in terms of the spirit.
All right.
So it's probably a new distillery, but I think it was delicious.
Okay. Shall I put you out of your misery?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is a 9-year-old Clynleash.
Oh.
Yeah. So I was incredibly happy to open that.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't think
great.
it tastes that much like Clynleash.
That's why I think it needs more time in the glass. I think you get way more.
Oh, I
of
didn't
that.
give it
That's
that.
why you didn't win whiskey. You're right.
Exactly.
If you smell that,
exactly.
if you smell that now, I think you can kind of pick up on that Clynleashy kind
I
of vibes.
didn't, but I was missing the texture.
Yeah, I mean it's been reduced quite a bit, and it's 9 years old.
Right.
It's not the most waxy Clynelish, but I think it's got that tropicalness.
I do love Clynelish. Thanks for sharing, Chuck.
Right, Ross,
No,
what did your
pleasure.
dad ask us on the Facebook? Now, what I will say is we've had some really, really good questions coming in. Not all questions we'll be able to answer, but if you do want to see some of the other questions and some of the other answers, jump over to the Facebook group and check that out, because the Facebook group is growing. So your dad asked a question. Bobby Barr.
Yes, he did. I'll get it up right now. Robert Barr, if you were starting up as an independent bottler,
Can you do it in his voice?
this is his voice. If you were starting up as an independent bottler, what distillery would you want to approach first for casks, and how would you want to choose to finish it to make an impression on the distillery itself that they don't already offer? That's a nice question.
Is it? All right, okay.
Let's not do sentimental reasons. Let's do
No.
Yeah.
because
Well,
it's easy for you to say.
No,
Mum and
I wasn't
Dad.
going to say that.
I could pick up one really easily because I know it's something.
What's your independent bottling name, by the way, Angus?
Shepherd and Sons. I don't know.
Nice, I like
Oh,
it.
aye, oh, no,
I
no.
like it.
Well, I don't
It would
have a
do
son
really
yet,
well.
so that's kind of the problem.
An export brand, is
I'll
it?
have to get in business with my dad.
Shepherd and Sons, I like.
Shepherd and Sons, and I don't know, don't follow the flock or something. There you go. Ooh.
What was that distillery you go for, I guess?
You'd have to name it after yourself.
I like
think
Shepherd and
so.
Sons.
I think, because I mean, is it, Thompson Brothers and Gordon MacPhail, named after people. Name it after
100%.
yourself.
Shepherd and
Put-
Sons is great.
Put your name on
what
the
distillery
bottle.
you think?
I'm gonna go just because I know, purely because we know for a fact that these things doesn't exist. Let's just get lots of Glenfarclas and bourbon, and let's just see what happens. Because
a good
I mean,
answer.
you're finishing it,
I mean,
It's a good
I doubt
answer.
I get it, but
No, but it doesn't matter.
But
This is-
it
Well, they were
doesn't-
the first ones to give casks to the Malt Whisky Society.
Yeah.
Well,
Just
there you
say
go.
number one.
But everything we know everything's finished in.
Yeah, the official bottlings are.
Are
but-
finished in Oloroso.
But they've been
let's
bottled
do-
independently.
And to be honest, I could say bourbon, but actually I could say things like red wine.
Yeah.
You could finish it just something different, something
Nice.
not.
Yeah, I think
Shepherd and
Glenfarclas
Sons
is.
and Farclas,
and-
I'd buy a
and,
bottle.
fantastic spirit. So
Yeah.
let's
I
play
think
around with
also weighty enough that it could hold up to like some really cool red wines.
it. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think you could. I think absolutely. Yeah.
Chuck?
I'll do a fully matured Sauternes.
There you go.
There you are, fully matured Sauternes, Glenfarclas, Bosch.
I mean, bottling name. I'd probably use the farm business name, which was RB Kerr and Sons, and then I could put established in 1896 on the labels.
Oh, there.
That's good. That's
There
good.
he is.
And then if we're going purely business, I want Bowmore to fucking sell me casks. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd probably do. I'd
It
go.
has to be something different though. You can't just do old Bowmores and bourbon.
No, I mean, well, they did do that trilogy Manthania Bowmore, which I still think about a lot, which is really, really cool. I think you could do some really cool stuff with Bowmores, but they are quite experimental as well. So maybe not Bowmore. It's a tough one, man. Because you want a well enough respected distillery that people would want to buy.
Well, this is the question.
Yeah.
Is see from an independent bottler's point of view, you're appealing to two different markets here.
Yeah.
Because your thing is, if someone sees Glenfarclas, they'll go, I know Glenfarclas. I know that it's Glenfarclas going to
And
be
it's
there.
a named Glenfarclas
Yeah.
for Shepherd
Yeah.
and Sons.
If someone sees
That would be good.
a distillery, because I've been guilty of it before I started doing the podcast, is if you looked at independently bottled stuff and you saw a distillery that you'd never heard of,
Yeah.
you'd go, why would I buy that? Because I don't know what it is. It can't
Yeah.
be any good.
And you never would have bought like an undisclosed Highland or an undisclosed Base.
Again, no. I mean, you just wouldn't, because if like in your head you're going, first of all, if you're appealing to a market that if there's somebody there that doesn't fully understand the concept of independent bottling,
Because
Yeah.
I
then they'll
think,
go two things.
'Cause
We've
I
had
think-
someone talk
yeah.
about it as like, is independent bottling knockoff whiskey?
Yeah, because
First of all.
this is where I think your cynical hat comes on as a kind of uneducated consumer. When you see undisclosed Speyside, you think, well, that's not going to be Macallan or Glenfiddich or something. That'll just be some pish that there's,
Yeah.
which actually probably most of the time isn't true.
No.
But from an uneducated, person, when I saw, a bottle that said from an undisclosed Highland distillery, I thought, oh, well, that's just going to be something not particularly interesting. That they
Yeah,
don't
your
want to-
immediate thought would
yeah.
be there's a reason why they didn't put a distillery
Well,
on there.
exactly, yeah.
Which
Yeah.
is not the
No,
case
it's
at
not.
all.
It's
Um,
more
to,
the reverse.
to conclude my my one, because thanks for giving me a bit of time to think there. I'd do RB Kerr and Sons with bottled Bowmore, and I'd do some very traditional style ones in there, but then I'd also do a cognac cask finish, and I'd also do a tequila or mezcal finish.
Oh, that's gonna rob my bank account, but I'm in.
Yeah.
Especially because they're founded so long ago, you can trust them.
Established 1896, baby. Yeah. From Field.
The angriest bottler in town.
Have you got your
What about bottle design? Are you going for just tall round, or are you going for something bespoke?
I'd probably go tall rounds. I would. It would be particularly designed so that it could fit on a bar easily, because I have worked with some brands, some quite close brands, that their bottles infuriate me
too tall.
Yeah, slightly too tall, I would say.
Yeah.
Or maybe I would do something like Rassey's bottle design, maybe not as textured, but like something you could do side characteristics.
See, I quite like dumpy bottle, like smaller, like kind of dumpier bottle, like sort of thinking like a kind of Bunnahabhain, because then I've got a shelf at my house which is smaller, and I can get like a Bunnahabhain, but I couldn't get it all around in there.
And maybe do the square boxy can heads bottle design from back in the day. They don't seem to use that as much. I'd do that.
What about a really square bottle design like Bladnoch? Or is that verging on
absolutely
no
get in the bin. I really don't like that bottle at all. I'm sure Bladnoch does some Bladnoch does do some really cool liquid, but I don't like that bottle design.
Graham?
Right, my independent bottler is going to be called Fife's Finest.
Yeah, that sounds right. And so presumably that means you have to only bottle.
No, we just store it in Fife.
Oh.
And like loads of people do.
Fife's Finest. Stored in Fife.
Right, but I'm tempted.
FFSF.
I'm tempted. I'm really tempted.
For fuck's sake, Fife.
I'm really tempted to go for a grain, because it's such a popular thing that it's like we've had some amazing grain whiskey, and if
you're not going for Cameron Brigg though.
But then, I could.
Cameron Brigg's great.
Cameron Brigg's a brand. Cameron Bridge is a distillery.
Sorry.
Right.
There you go. But
learn something new every day.
but I don't know.
Distilled and stored in Fife.
If I was going to go for if I was to pick a distillery a single malt, I actually had one, and it's completely gone out of my head.
Grain.
I don't know, a grain one. I love a grain. It needs to be aged, but then I don't know what I'm going to.
What would you finish in?
This is the problem. I don't know what I'm going to finish in. I mean, the
Bowmore and cognac sounds brilliant.
The Palo Cortado cask the Dalrye Milk, North British and Palo Cortado was very, 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 very nice.
It's been done.
I know it's been done, but in North British at 16.
Yeah, that's true. You could do it.
What about
British
Cameron
at
Bridge
46.
But then, like, what about a Sauternes or something like that? I don't know. And then also, what I could do is I could just literally put it in a cask, roll it down the warehouse, bottle it, and call it a finish. No one's going to know otherwise, are they?
Well, you'd have to wait 24 hours, then it would be classified as a finish.
Really slowly roll it down.
Yeah, get one of those.
I had a distillery that was going to
get it put on a wee treadmill.
I don't know. I don't know what I'd call my independent bottler, because presumably I wouldn't be allowed to use bar.
B bar and
Yeah,
Co.
Because there's another drinks company already
In
called
Scotland,
Bars.
yeah, the largest
Oh,
drinks
man.
company in Scotland.
Put a Z at the end.
So I'll
That'd be
just
so good if you could use their bottles as well, man.
I mean, imagine the old gingy bottles.
That'd
That'll
be
be my
awesome.
independent bottler.
Red
Return
Cola
your
bar.
bottle to me, and you'll get 20 pence back. I think I'd just have to call it like something really arrogant, and wouldn't I? Ross Bar whiskey.
Whiskey Guru, Rising Star.
Right.
Rising Star.
For the award I never won. That's it.
Or maybe you did.
Guru's Choice.
Wow. I'm sure that'll be done soon enough. Not by me. I would bottle a Talisker.
Yeah.
Bottle a
Yeah,
Talisker
fair.
in big Bordeaux casks, something
Right.
like that.
Okay.
Just something different.
Ah,
I like
okay.
the wine. We'll do a Chateaus and Montrose series every Montreux Chateau and Monroe. Yeah, so we'll do a different Chateau and a different Monroe, and that'll be the series. But really expensive.
Very good.
Nice.
Right.
I will call it. Yeah, whatever.
It'd be great.
We
More
Ross Bar.
indie Taliskers,
We Ross
man.
Bar does whiskey.
Right, well, that sounds good there. Mike Brown, he's got a question, Ross.
He does have a question. Thanks for asking a question, Mike.
Yes, thank you,
Take
Mike.
me a little second here.
Friend of the pod.
Yes. If you could allow new casks to be used to defend the Scottish whisky industry, what would they be? So what would you try? We've tried the maple syrup. We've done.
And we heard it
cider
mentioned
casks.
recently on the pod, or maybe the Facebook group, I read somewhere about a whiskey finished in teak casks.
Also, a different kind of wood.
Different wood.
Aye, different wood.
Oh, okay.
Bring back chestnut. That's what I've been saying. You know,
We've had a chestnut whiskey on
Was
the
it
podcast.
chestnut
Did
whiskey?
you not bring it in?
I didn't bring it in, no, but I know Glenfarclas have got like 50-year-old stock that's in chestnut wood.
Was chestnut allowed previously
Chestnut
in
was
Scotch
legal.
whiskey?
There was wood allowed outside of oak, but then the laws tightened up and it became exclusively oak.
Ah, right,
Um,
okay. I
What's-
didn't
I think that
realise.
was in the
really-
70s or the 80s.
What's really
Yeah.
tasty?
Have they not just
You would
Buckfast.
traditionally-
Aye.
A bucky cask.
have
cask.
that's fortified wine though? Surely that's okay.
No, it's not.
No.
How
I
not?
don't- because I don't think there's any historical information about it being matured in cask.
Right. Okay. Irn-Bru.
I'm
Brew
but
casks definitely has been trialled
Really?
for sure. It'll never be illegal.
SMWS did the Tabasco cask. They tried that. That did
Yeah,
not
you
work
heard of
out for
herring
them.
casks,
Yeah.
fish.
I mean-
actual,
Yeah, pickled fish cask.
actual fish casks.
Yeah.
Strawberry wine cask.
Yeah, what would I have to do to
Ginger beer casks.
what would I have to do to
Ginger
Percy
beer-
pigs?
Well,
I'm thinking truly, I'm
Ginger
thinking
beer
truly
casks,
outside
yeah.
of the box here. Something
Percy
like-
Pigs
what would,
cast.
you, what would you have to do to Percy pigs to get that
Have it?
influence?
You'd have
wood?
to sort of
It would not
You'd
be
have to like
melt them down and slather them on the wood and then rechar the wood. Or something.
it'd be
I don't know.
a whiskey not suitable for vegetarians.
Yeah,
as well.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely.
some
yeah.
kind of soft, sweet, or like a Skittles cask. That'd be up my
Aye.
street.
What
But
about,
a literal
chocolate
retro
cask?
confectionery cask? Old boiled sweets.
What did they? Is it not Master of Malt? Have they not just brought out some like an Irish whiskey and Guinness cask?
I mean, there's been
Oh,
stout
no,
casks.
there's been
before.
Scotch and Guinness cask.
Is there?
Because there was
Lagavulin.
the Lagavulin
Oh, yeah.
Offerman edition, which was Guinness cask.
Was that a Guinness
It
cask?
was Guinness cask.
Yeah, they've done a couple.
And is that allowed? So stout is allowed.
Yep.
I think barrel aged
Beer
stouts
casks
have
are-
historically been around.
Yeah.
I mean,
But cider casks aren't.
it was to do with like the sugar quantity,
Yeah.
and I
Right.
But
think
you've got
cider.
to think of something that's not feasible. Any beer is feasible.
Of
Well,
course,
I've
of
actually
course
have
not.
been drinking a lot of cider because it's been quite
Could you
hot
do
this
like a-
summer, and I do like a
Fish
cider.
supper cask. What
Salt
what
and
do you
sauce.
like?
Chippy sauce cask.
like a
Yeah,
like a
we should do that.
like a Worcestershire sauce cask finish or
That's,
something like
Dom,
And then what you
Dom commented that and said it would, and I think Michael replied saying it would improve Whiskey Bloody Marys
What was I supposed to
massively.
say?
that. Yeah,
Yeah.
that'd be that. Ah,
Smoky
man.
Marys, aye.
So that's the way to think about it.
Yeah, I mean, it's a tough one because I can't really think of anything.
What's your favourite thing to eat, Chuck?
Oh, like katsu cask finish.
Sorry,
Katsu sauce.
Imagine
Like pork tonkatsu
yeah.
cask
There you
finish.
go, a curry.
Oh,
a curry
like actual
cask.
tonkatsu sauce rather than like katsu curry sauce.
Oh, yeah, like tonkatsu
like
sauce.
actual tonkatsu sauce is bloody great.
Yeah, it is great. Yeah.
Right, but would you do it for a cask? I
Saucy
guess?
stories.
Have you been in
Everyone
Japan?
else leave. We gotta try.
Welcome to Chuck and Angus. Asian saucy stories.
Yeah, it'd just be the two of us going
That's
like, did you have dumplings, eh? Dumplings.
Just wait
I
till
think a satay sauce. That's
Why,
okay.
why is their cabbage better than our cabbage?
exactly. Just wait till the whiskey stories goes to Japan.
I know. Konnichiwa to our Japanese listeners.
Aye.
But yeah, I mean, new casks. I mean, because then it depends. Are you putting smoky whiskey, peated spirit into the cask?
Because
Yeah, I
then-
feel like
aye.
chocolate cask in theory. People go, oh, that whiskey tastes like chocolate. I love it.
Yeah.
You
So
gotta
what-
think of
yeah.
it, you know.
What I would say, which is kind of it's my first answer, but it's also my finalised point, is I'm more interested in trying different kinds of wood. So I want to see what a chestnut.
Birch. Birch finish.
What would a pine? What would a cask made of
You
pine?
think it would be
Balsa
pretty
wood.
I mean,
influential,
probably
yeah.
tastes like a 2x4.
Balsa wood.
Balsa wood. I mean, ooh,
It'd be like the most delicate.
I only know,
but the thing
I only know
the
about
thing is-
balsa wood
I mean,
because
the
I
thing
had to make I used balsa wood to make a catapult in primary six.
I mean,
I
a
would say,
catamaran
yeah,
out of balsa
but
wood
if you
back
made
in
like
the
balsa wood cast, you could just do your like Donkey Kong impression, just like Chuck
But to
Castle.
be
I
fair,
mean,
Just
so,
be
MDF wood.
Anytime anyone went to that warehouse, it was like, please do not get near this cask. Love of God.
MDF
Don't even-
cask.
We had your answer for this before.
Like
Actually. It was
chipboard
something about
cast.
some kind of flooring.
Linoleum.
Linoleum.
Linoleum, yeah.
So that's
Aye,
that would
Kirkcaldy,
work
the
for
town
your,
that floored the world. Aye,
work for Fife Finance.
Aye, certainly would. Five's finest would get the linoleum.
Lino
in there.
cask.
Yeah. There you go.
Taste the linseed.
Well, there we go. That was
Yeah, I
that's
really-
killed
I really
10
don't
minutes. Thanks for that, Mike.
Is that
Cheers, Mike.
is that 4 questions?
No, we've got one more. George Braley. What's
Try
it?
you want to?
Oh, how's
Yeah,
special
let's
was-
try.
let's
well,
try the
actually,
next-
before that, let's try your.
Do you want to try the other?
Oh, let's crack it open. I've never done this before.
Let's try the other mystery malt.
Oh, do you want to know what it is? Though?
No,
No,
pour
no,
it
no.
first.
Don't
Pour
look
it
at it.
first.
Don't look at it. Let's try it blind.
Nah, let's not even check. Let's not even ever check.
I do the guy. The guy did. I'm not going to
Just-
name him. I know who he is. I'm not going to name him, but
I tell you what,
came into Diggers, had a mystery malt, didn't bother checking what it was.
Let's hope it's not the same.
I don't know. It's from the same box, so I have a feeling it should be something else.
But it could be the same.
Good sound.
Could be.
Right.
I think we know
put
pretty
the cork
quickly if
back
it
on.
was the same.
Oh, it's similar colour, certainly.
It's a very similar colour.
Right, I'm going to go Glen with this.
You,
It looks,
I
it
imagine.
looks very similar.
But I mean, yeah. Let's try. You never know.
I am, and I'm sure it won't be bad. I am
Oh, by
wearing
the way.
a genuine thing. Oh my god!
Well.
By the way, there's a real chance here.
Let's all try it.
Tastes like clean leash.
What we can do is
Oh no, it's not the same.
no, let's all do it, and then we can see if it's the same or not, and then we can see
Are you
who's
sure?
right.
I'm positive.
I think it might be the same.
I'm worried. That,
No, it's not. It's different.
You know what I'm concerned is that there was a Nick Neen in this release as well, and I've been burnt by Nick Neen. No offense.
That's
to the
really
distillery.
tasty.
Oh, that's so different.
That is different. Yeah,
That's
That
really
is
nice.
different.
I'm going to say that's the Glen with us.
That's very nice. No, I think
That's probably not.
I think
I think
that's
that's a fucking donut.
got a bit of age to it.
Oh.
Because that's got green bell pepper vibes in there, man.
Oh, Chuck's about to on camera.
I mean, like I've been wrong multiple times.
Whoa, let's get our guesses
I
in.
don't know what the other options are.
So you reckon it's donut?
I think it could be.
I think it's got a bit more age to it.
I think it now tastes like green bell peppers now that he said that, which is really annoying.
I think there might be
But
a
I've
bit
never
more
found
age
that.
to it. I may be completely
Shall I have a look at
wrong.
the? I'll get up the.
I don't think it's old, but I don't think it's maybe a nondescript Speyside.
It's got a lovely.
You have to
nose
remember.
it.
It's very nice.
Give me what are the
I
options?
think it's Dornoch. It's not got the farmyardy.
I don't think it's well. I mean,
I agree.
I had a Dornoch, and
Aye.
I don't think it's what I had.
Hey, I mean-
because you're right. I don't
Is there
think
like an inch giver or something on
I
this
don't
list?
think it's got the farmyardy.
I just got a bit of green bell peppers.
Oh, I've just
I got
remembered.
excited. Okay, so there is 1% chance it is a 29-year-old Ledyard, which I don't think it is.
Press X.
No, we
for
can
that.
rule that out.
There's a 28-year-old Inchmurren. There's a 3% chance of that. 27-year-old Ben Rinnes.
Mm-hmm.
It's a 17-year-old Tomore, 11% chance. 16-year-old Ardbeg. A 14-year-old Ben Rinnes. 11-year-old Kalila. A 9-year-old Kleinleash. A
Heard
7-year-old Glen Wivis.
Oh.
Could be.
A 7-year-old Torre Vague, which we have had at tasting.
Yeah.
A 5-year-old Nick Neen. A 5-year-old Dornoch. A 4-year-old Loch Lee. And
Colour-wise, you wouldn't expect
Oh, I think
the
it's
thing,
Lockley.
the
You
thing
think
is,
it's the
like,
Loch Lee?
it. It's very nice
It
for
could be the
Loch.
Loch Lee.
refill ASB is the Loch Lee. The Glen Wivis is an Oloroso Octave, so I don't think it is that.
Yeah,
I
I
think
think
that-
I think the Loch
I think
Lee
it's
might
Loch Lee.
be the answer here.
Chuck, what's your guess?
You reckon
The Dornoch's a vatting.
it could be a Dornoch?
I'm just gonna go with Dornoch.
You go for Dornoch.
Fuck it.
What are you going for?
I don't think I'm right.
You think the Glen Wivis?
Well, I'll say Glen with us.
You
I don't
say
think it
Glen
is.
Wivis. I'll
It is. I don't know yet.
Oh, no.
5-year-old Dornoch.
Such a classic Dornoch.
Well done. Well done, Chuck.
I agreed with you, Graham. I didn't
Well
think it was
done,
farming
Chuck.
enough.
Yeah, superb.
I didn't.
And
I,
you know
didn't
what?
I agree.
I never get that shit.
Because I had Dornoch and I didn't. You're right. I did not think it
But
had
wait,
that kind of
is that-
funky
Green bell
farmyard,
pepper.
but-
Is that 46%, 48.5?
48.5.
So this will be, you know, the
things.
Dornochs.
Also-
the Dornochs that we've had.
I am so
A
happy with
Kleinleash
these
and a
things.
Dornoch, because you could have picked them for you.
Oh my god.
65 quid for a Dornoch.
Aye.
Yeah, but I take so because they're all bottled at 48.5%.
Yeah, that's the whole-
So this must be the first time, definitely for me, will probably be the first time I've ever tried Dornoch that's not at cask
Yeah.
strength.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
suddenly getting it at that, you know,
I think it's an excellent point, Graham.
So
takes it.
interesting. And what
Well
cask was this in? Did it say?
So
it
a
was
vatting.
Oh,
It's a vatting.
superb, Chuck.
we don't know.
And you know what?
Superb.
Brilliant. Absolutely
Fantastic.
fantastic. There you
Thank
go.
you for sharing.
That's very, very good.
My
Ian.
pleasure.
George Braley.
It's the smartest I've ever felt, man.
Well done, and it's on camera. We've recorded it. And congratulations!
I love that.
You know what? Congratulations on your Whiskey Guru Rising Star.
Yes, well done.
Because that idiot didn't know what it was.
I did also very confidently door knock, and then immediately it was like, well, it could be.
It could be.
It could also be. I mean, I'm
I
wrong.
think it's Lockleigh. I thought it was Lockleigh.
Aye, fantastic. Well
I
done.
think it is. It's
Superb.
not.
I only
Okay.
kept going Glen Withers because I knew it was they've got quite a few younger distilleries in there.
Yeah.
And I knew that Torrevieja was one of them, and Glen Withers was one
That
of them.
Torrevieja that we had.
Lovely.
Yeah.
And you know what? It goes to the point, right? Was what the point of this was. What they were saying was, you know what? If that had been a Lockleigh, I have not tried enough Lockleigh. I've tried 1 dram of Lockleigh.
Right.
And if that had been a Lockleigh and I've tried that, I'd have gone, you know, I'm going to drink more of that Lockleigh.
I really loved the Lockleigh in the
And
first batch.
that's the bottom line of it, is the fact that that's what that whole concept is.
Yeah.
It's the fact that you're trying it blind, you're not having any pre-notions.
Yeah.
Fantastic. And
I think really, really true. Like I think a lot of these ones you're going and you're buying, you're hoping to get,
Yeah.
you know, a 29-year-old Ledgig or, you know, a 27-year-old Ben Rennis, but then you get a 7-year-old Glen Withers, so you get a 9-year-old Klingnish or
And
something
it's
like
all
that.
liquid that they believe in, which
Yeah.
means you know
and
it's
that
good.
is why these are the coolest. This is the Thompson
Oh,
Brothers are the coolest
they're
whiskey,
so
as
good.
nominated by the Whiskey Stories
They are
podcast.
annoyingly cool.
Very good, lads.
Yeah,
Eh? Very
how
good,
do they
Phil and
do
Simon.
it?
Okay,
Right, George
next question.
Braley.
And I'm going to say, to add a caveat, just to take the Fife jokes away, you can't choose Fife for any of your answers.
Right, okay.
Okay? Because it was also put
I
in
know
the
where I'll be
question.
getting my barley from then.
If you had,
Rajasthan
if you had a
barley.
choice to... If you had a choice... What are the viewers there? If you had a choice to build a distillery, which region or county would you build it in and why? What would your main focus be in the distillery? Would it be the craft? Would it be mass produced? Would it be experimentation? Would you release it as very old spirit, etc., etc.? Chuck, I know that you think about this most weeks, so I'm going to start with
He's
you.
picking the island the furthest
What-
away from
what-
any human
what's it-
being.
I mean, mine would have been, in an ideal circumstance, I would own the farm that I grew up on, and that would be where we would produce. And it
Yeah.
would probably be Daft Mill model. We'd be producing barley in the off seasons. Producing whiskey in the off seasons. I would not say if the intent was to keep it for a prolonged period of time, because I think if you have got something really cool and
Yeah.
you can get that with casks, I would absolutely release that. But it would be
Lothian barley though.
it would be East Lothian barley. It's the best barley in the world.
agree.
Distillery just located just outside Haddington.
Just outside Haddington, a stone throw away from Haddington.
You could call it the East Linton Distillery.
I would not
It's
call
not
it
that close.
It'd be
though,
called
is it?
Barney Mains. BM.
The closest train station to it would be East Linton.
Well, no, the closest train station would be Drem.
Exactly.
Would it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it would be. Yeah.
Right.
Aye.
Aye. Get your facts
What's
right.
the point of
I
this?
don't know. Sorry.
But anyway,
Fucking
sorry.
Haddington Mafia and
Mafia, how dare you?
Haddington Young.
No, but like, all right, full detail of the business plan. I'll get my spreadsheet up. We do small batch, unique strain barley. Bringing back some old school stuff, distilling that. Be small batch releases. Probably not too much peated spirit, but do a little bit here and there just to. I'd maybe even see if I can get some manure. Do a bit of what the Tassie guys are doing,
Yeah,
and use some shit to smoke some barley, literally, and then mostly bourbon maturation. Maybe do some triple distilled stuff as well.
I really thought you'd have ended up in Campbelltown.
Nah, I actually like civilization.
Yeah.
No disrespect to Campbelltown, but
I like people there.
I like broadband, and I like
Fair. So it's
Yeah.
been named after the farm. The farm you grew up on. It's a good answer.
yeah. Also, it wouldn't be open to the public, but it'd be a beautiful place to have a
Where are
distillery
you
that
going,
was
Ross?
open to the public.
That's a good question. The location's not that important to me.
Right, okay.
It's not going to be in Ayrshire where I grew up. Probably would be in East Linton. I'll be a neighbouring
Oh, God,
distillery.
so we're starting this, are we?
Well,
You're
but,
gonna-
There was a
just,
whiskey
just
distillery in
because for
East Linton.
tourism, got a train station.
Yeah.
I'd be open to the public. I'd be only filling in first fill bourbon for the first 5 years,
Yeah.
and really long fermentation times, like the longest in the industry. Whatever somebody else is doing,
You're going longer.
I will go longer.
Okay.
Just said Glenallachie plus 1 hour.
Yeah, literally. Oregon pine, Oregon
Oh no! Oh yeah, the
Oregon
Jordan
pine
guys.
washbacks, tiny wee fat stills. I want texture, but I want fruity spirit.
Yeah.
I think I would go one short and dumpy, one tall.
And that'd be it. And I'd make as much as I possibly could, because ultimately I'm driven by cash.
Yeah. Fair play.
Graham,
Not an artisan man.
I'm not allowed to pick Fife.
you're not allowed to pick
Considering
five.
the fermentation time.
You're not allowed
Ah,
to
right,
pick
okay.
five, which
Full.
I think is unfair because these two have just picked
Exactly.
distilleries, so.
Fife's full.
I know, but they know you're going to say Fife.
Yeah, I know they do, and so I would say if I was allowed
If
to,
you were
it would
barred
be in
from Fife.
Dysart. It would be in if I wasn't, if
Where?
it would be in Dysart. it'd be
Dysart Harbour Distillery.
down at coastal, it'd be a Dysart distillery, right? But
Slightly salty
Where-
malt.
just outside Kirkcaldy.
Yeah.
It's where
A half mile outside of Fife.
it's where no, it's in Fife, but I'm not allowed to do that. So I'm gonna go left field here, right?
Edinburgh.
Nope, I'm gonna go Inverness.
Oh, it's
Wow,
sick.
okay.
That's
Right.
awesome. Yeah, I
I'm
like
going to
that.
go in Inverness and I'm going to create a distillery in Inverness. And you know what? I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. I don't really care, right, about the whiskey at the moment, right? It's not going to be all about. Couldn't care less about. You know what? Someone else is going to deal with that for me, right? Right? Because all I'm caring about is that when people come to Inverness on their way to the Highlands,
The independent cask sales.
they're coming to our distillery to learn the story of whiskey, the Highland whiskey, all the stories that you've got, teach people about it and get them in the building.
I like it.
And you can see, oh, you know what, this is a still, and yep, Conor O'Keefe will be there to tell them exactly what he does in the production side of
You
things.
just want to be a pillar for the Scottish
And
Highlands.
it's going to be, there we are.
like it.
And the thing is, Inverness is what the gateway to the Highlands, as they call it, and we'll talk about the Highland clearances and what it did to the Scotch whisky industry, illicit distilling, how there once was
That's a much better answer than mine.
there was once only Highlands and Lowlands whiskey, and we'll get a really, really, really good immersive video of a guy in a full Scottish kilt
like
kit.
it.
And
gotta
he'll be
say-
I'll be there for that.
yeah, there you go. That's
I
it.
love that for you. I would absolutely hate to be a part of
What,
Yeah.
what are you going to call it?
that. Like,
The Inverness Distillery. See if
that's
you get
far
away
much.
with it.
Is
that's
there a
way
Highland
too much
distillery?
talking to people, like.
Well, you're just going to call it the Highland Distillery.
There's a Highlander in. Is there a Highland distillery?
Listen, if you could get away with it, the Highland
There
Distillery.
is the
I mean, there's-
there is the Spey distillery in
There
the
is the
Highland region
Spey.
of Scotland.
Yeah,
Yeah, well, we're the Highland distillery.
yeah, I like it.
What's the river that goes through Inverness, Angus?
Well, it's the River Ness.
Right, okay, all
Well, you
going.
could call it the Ness.
Why don't you guys have the
Nessie.
Loch, the Loch
Nessie.
Ness
See, there
Distillery?
you go. There's your
Nessie.
tourist.
Go on,
crap.
Nessie
Can I change
distillery.
my answer?
What you can do
That's
is,
such a
and what you
better
can do as
answer.
All
well.
our whiskey bottles will be
all
little-
your whiskey bottles will be those Loch Ness, Loch Ness monster
Nessie
decanters.
Nessie decanters.
I think
Pop
that's-
open their mouth, pour it out.
That's a
I mean,
great
when
answer.
we were
Yeah.
talking about this previously,
Tartan
not
everywhere.
on the podcast, Graham was like, if I was going to build a distillery, it'd be like Disneyland.
I feel like
So this
Walt
is very
Disney.
much in keeping with
Yeah.
Graham.
Aye.
if you called it, every single the tagline could be like, "What's Ness?"
What's this?
Yes.
Everything.
I like it.
Honestly, well, there'll be tartan everywhere.
like
That'll
it.
be a lot. That's
You're going to
it.
be the richest.
Yeah, I'm gonna. It's already been done by. It's actually really funny. So years and years and years ago, this is a bit of a story that could get cut out. But basically, we were at a Scotland trip in Germany years ago in Dusseldorf.
Yeah.
My cousin, my brother, and I, and we've had a few drinks, and we're wearing kilts and everything like that. And Dusseldorf's very well known for its fashion in the area, right? So we've gone past this. We've gone past this shop. It's like a Friday night. Start games the next day. We've gone past this shop, and there's like red rope and a red carpet, and there's like music going. There's flashing lights, and we were like, "There's two guys on the door. We're like, we've got to get in there, see what's going on in there." So we kind of rushed the guy, right? And we would tell them, like, aye, that's us there. And we're pointing, speaking as Scottish as we possibly can. And we just kind of just act it out, just walk straight through. Don't stop and try and have a chat with them. Just walk it in. The guy stops us. Aye, that's us there, pal. We're on the list. Speak really Scottish as possibly. He doesn't understand what we're saying, but keep walking. Don't stop. So he's like, all right, on you go. And we found ourselves in the launch of this shop, and there's a big fashion show going on. There's photo booths, everything like that. And basically, what we start telling people is we are, and I do apologise if anyone from the family is listening, but we tell them that we are of the Harris family, own Harris Tweeds, right? And we're here. We're here for the Scotland games, big football fans, and we knew.
Harris family have done very well. They've got their own distillery now as well.
Exactly, but we knew that this fashion show opening was on, so we got our people to speak to your people to get us in on the VIP guest list. And genuinely, I don't know how, but this German chap believed us, and he was like, "Really?" We're like, "Oh yeah." Like Tweed we're the fifth generation of the Harris family. Like we know all about Tweed and everything like that, right? And basically, right, this guy.
Nine Scheiser.
Yeah, this guy. What he's done is he's gone and said, "Would you mind having a look at like our Tweed?" Right, and they've got like tweed jackets, blazers, and stuff.
You went, oh no.
And then, no. So we're going. I can't believe this happened. Right. So anyway, the guys brought a pair of women's tweed trousers, a tweed blazer, and there was something else, like a tweed waistcoat type thing, right? And he's like, please. He's handing it over to us, and me, my brother, and my cousin are like, let's just weird this up, right? So we start like rubbing it on our faces. We're like, good. Oh yeah, this is good quality, and like licking it and smelling it. And what the fuck? This guy was like this, right? What? So we were in this place, free drink, free food. I've got photos.
All the tweed you can lick.
There was a photo booth and everything until we met this guy, right? And it's the only time he was gorgeous, right? Looked similar to Jan Damon, right? Very good looking, German-esque kind of guy. Right. And I was chatting about it. I was like, so what is it?
Guest on the podcast, big Dutch guy.
So I said, what's it you do then, mate? And he's like, what do I do? I was like, yeah. He's like, I look good. Right? And I was like, really? He was like, yeah. I was like, so you're a model, yeah? And then this one guy, only English accent in the place. Apologies to any of our English listeners. We're like, sorry, remind me what it is that you guys are here for? And I said, we're part of the Harris family sort of thing. And then we just got a vibe. It's time to leave. Yeah. So we grabbed a bottle of champagne and headed out the door. But my uncle, Ken Kelly, great uncle, God rest his soul, he's dead now. It was his grandson that was with us. He's like our second cousin. And he loved that story, absolutely loved that story. And he was very good at sending letters. He liked to write letters. He was in his 80s. He'd love to write letters. And he sent a letter about 3 months later. And basically, Johnny Walker had soaked a bale of tweed in whiskey. And it was like a big sort of... So basically, they soaked this thing in Johnny Walker, brought the bale out, and then made a clothing range. It was like a Johnny Walker and Harris tweed collab thing. Right. But basically, the tweed was soaked in, and he just thought this was the biggest coincidence ever, that there we were, like licking and smelling and rubbing this tweed on our face. It was a cracker.
Nice.
But yeah, that's I'd have all that for sale.
You'll have all your authentic Harris/Fife tweed in your distillery. I would love to change my answer just based on how good yours was.
There you go.
And I'll move my distillery to Isla.
Oh, shut up.
And I'll move it.
Aaron's full, mate.
There's
already two. Aaron's full.
It'll be Blackwaterfoot Distillery. Yeah. That's what it'll be.
Blackwaterfoot.
That's the name of the village. Blackwaterfoot Distillery.
I know what happened in the First World War, no?
Blackwaterfoot. I'll be telling everybody at my distillery, don't go to that.
Well, I've had plenty of time to think about it. Now,
Shepherd and Sons.
Shepherd and Sons. Now, we're assuming here that I've
filtered through the wool.
Filtered through the wool.
I like it.
Shepherd and Sons. Woolen casks.
We really could play on that accent, but I mean, I'm
just picturing a cask. Oh, the wool round at a wee black face.
It's like Sean the Sheep Mall. But no, I've had a wee bit of time to think about it, and we're also going on the basis that we've made our fortunes here, and this is Fantasyland stuff. Aye. So I'm gonna have a distillery. It's gonna be in a remote valley in North Japan. I'm gonna go out there 6 months. It's gonna be like the size of the Dornish distillery. I can control the whole thing myself. I can just do it all myself.
You're going to be wearing one of
You've become a lot more.
I'll go to Japan for 6 months a year and just distill whiskey.
You've also gained the ability to brew and distill and to do all that.
I'll go one of those computers.
George, what would you do? I'm gonna have all this extra talent.
Aye. I've done it all, Graham. I'll go and make the cask.
Well, watch that.
Ultimately, I'll have a distillery the same size as the average distillery in Japan.
I've a tiny distillery. Yeah. Tiny distillery. No, it'll be like a room. It'll be tiny little still. I'll just...
what are you going to call the distillery?
Just Shepherd and Sons Distillery.
Will that translate in Japan?
No.
But they'll love it.
Shepherd is like the most difficult word to translate into Japanese possible.
And every single release would be Haddington House by Shepherd and Sons.
Haddington House core release.
Yeah.
But I mean, I was going to say, seeing the name Shepherd translated in Japanese in hotel rooms as.
To be fair, you could do a really cool logo with Shepherd.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Very, you know.
Angus, what's the Japanese like dressing gown thing?
Oh, like a yukata.
A yukata commode type. Is it a
A
commode?
kimono.
Kimono would be the
Kimono.
female. A yukata would be what a guy would wear.
Right. So what was the one that Del Boy used to always walk about in?
That'd be a.
That'd be a kimono, yeah.
Yeah.
Angus in a kimono with a crook.
Ah, there you are.
Shepherd and Sons.
I can see it. I can
On a windy
I
hill.
can see your main event sumo wrestling. This is sponsored by Shepherd and Sons.
Shepherd and Sons Japanese whiskey. Yeah, there you go. Well, on that subject, actually.
Thanks for listening to
anyone
that,
having a
George. That was a ramble.
Anyone sticking a worm tub in their distillery?
No.
Probably not. I mean, maybe.
He was going to triple distill, to be fair to him.
I'm going to have a worm tub in mine.
I do.
I'm going to have it all, every single thing that people
You're going to
can-
have every
every element,
extra.
every element that people can look at and enjoy will be in my distillery.
You'd have a barrel ride around the world.
Oh, you'd have that.
yeah.
If you don't have
A
a barrel,
literal battle right
There you
there.
go. Right around. There you go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
legitimate roller coaster
I
battle.
like
do you know what? Do you know what?
Ali Baxter's going to be in charge of of making sure the tourism.
You can say what you like, but if they did a distillery with a barrel ride tour, I'd be the first in line for a ticket.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, the person who's going to enjoy my distillery the most is me.
Yeah.
If anyone shows up, I'll be like, nah, sorry.
Oh, imagine the worm tub bit on a roller, like a barrel ride. It's like, wee.
On off season, your worm tub would be a jacuzzi. For like the most premium people ever.
Aye, that's it. The best
The
tour
cop-
ever.
the copper-
sit in our worm tub.
The
and
copper
have a-
contact's actually really good for your skin.
But look, on worm tub subject, actually, we talked about it right at the very start of this podcast, but Rosebank. Next week, people will get a chance to see the tour. We did a great Ian McLeod Distillers Bonanza where we were invited to Rosebank and Glengoyne. I think there's more to come as well, hopefully, if they'll have us back. But fantastic. And another distillery. Do you know how many distilleries have we visited?
On the pod.
You
On
lads
the
have done
pod.
Eden Mill.
Quite a few, yeah.
Well, no, I'm going to say this year. Eden
we
Mill.
went outside.
We'll go this year, 2025,
we'll
right?
go back.
What's
Tomatin,
our-
Dornoch.
InchDairnie.
Well, wait a minute. No, Portaleaf.
Struy.
Portaleaf. Aye.
We did first to revisit Stray, really.
Well, Portaleaf, right? Start with Portaleaf because that was in January.
Portaleaf. Dornoch.
Well, Tomatin first,
Oh, yeah.
then Dornoch.
Struy. InchDairnie.
Yeah.
Speyburn,
Speyburn,
Glenmurray,
Glenmurray,
Glengoyne and Rosebank.
Glengoyne, Rosebank.
Glenfarclas. does
No,
that
no,
count?
it's content
No.
that we've created that have come from there. So that's 9. There must be. Have we done InchDairnie? Yeah.
Yeah, we said it there.
Yeah. Okay. There we
Pretty
go.
good going.
That's
Yeah.
pretty
You
good.
reckon find
9,
a
it's
10
pretty solid.
before the end of the year?
Oh, 100%. We'll get a 10th in. Maybe even try and get 12, and then we can say we've done one a month.
Done
If
the
we get
dozen.
to do 15, because Whisky Stories podcast listeners can get 15% off their
There
tour
you go.
at the Rosebank Distillery by
There you
using
go. It's very, very
WSP 15.
WSP 15. We've got.
So professional. though.
We've got, like I say, I can't honestly stress to you, like we've been very, very lucky. The good people at Ian McLeod Distillers invited us to Rosebank. The tour, absolutely fantastic. You'll get to see a video that's going to be coming out very shortly.
It'll be well filmed.
It'll be-
I was not there.
Right, Chuck wasn't there. But we did a great interview. We've got Gordon Dundas for an interview then, and then there's the Glengoyne stuff, which is in a couple of weeks' time. Absolutely fantastic. Look, I have to say, we're going to be logging off and then starting some very quick exclusive content because, as we mentioned,
did give
well,
us these drams.
at the Whisky Fringe.
And I have no idea what they are.
No, nor do I. At the Whisky Fringe, Neil Tripper came up, and he basically just handed me this package. It was,
I can see one's got A, one's got B, and one's got
it
C.
definitely
on it.
does. And he
Yeah.
did say Ross will like the one in the middle.
Oh.
Right, so I don't know what these are. Neil said, do you want to know what they are or do you want me to leave it? I said, leave it. Right, so we're going to try these blind. Could be anything. But he handed us this package.
Hope it's whiskey.
I really do hope it's Neil might absolutely hate us and he's decided to get up these lads. But look, no, that's what we're going to enjoy. So if you want to see what these are, you want to find out a bit more, and have a little bit more of looser Whisky Stories chat, then get yourself onto the Facebook group. But anyway, lads, we've done it again. Another episode in the bag. Episode
94.
Episode 94.
Getting there.
And we've already got 2 in the bag with the Glengoyne and the.
right,
So
okay.
that's right. We've got 96 episodes already up our sleeve. We are fast approaching episode 100. And of course, fast approaching episode 104, which will be our 2-year birthday.
Wow.
Wow.
We'll have a whiskey cake for that.
A big whiskey cake. Who's going to jump out of it? Who jumps out of the whiskey cake when it's getting brought in? Anyway, find out in the Facebook group. Listen, guys, thank you very much for listening. Do me a wee favour if you can, please. I'm asking here because we want to really grow our YouTube channel a little bit more. We want to get more subscribers on there. We do have a little bit more YouTube content that we'll be doing. These distillery tours that we're talking about, they're going to be on the YouTube channel exclusively. We're sticking up loads and loads of stuff. We've got lots of plans, lots of ideas for the YouTube channel, but it helps us grow. We did a really, really good job with the Facebook group. We've got over 520 people now in the Facebook
incredible.
group. It's brilliant to see. It's absolutely fantastic. And thank you so much to everybody who's got involved on the questions. For those who we'll try and answer all the questions on the Facebook group, exclusive content as well, 10 minutes or so. But listen, guys, thank you very much. Keep passing the pod, keep supporting us. Thank you for all everything that everyone's talked about. See, when you just send a wee message or send just send an email. Get on the email newsletter as well. You can send us questions. We'll try and answer it. You'll get Angus's Dram of the Week. I've also just remembered. Sorry, if I was an indie bottler, and if I didn't go for a single grain, I'd go Pulteney. I'd just Pulteney and something sweet on the bucket. Yeah, just.
And shout out to Rare Fine Pulteney, Dram of the Whisky Fringe, epic result.
And
well done to you boys for working your shift on the Sunday.
We did well. It was good. Thank you very much for
we all
coming along.
We pulled our own weight at that.
Yeah, but I mean, even this week's Whisky Stories newsletter, I put my top. I put 3 drams that I've had in the newsletter.
Nice.
3 drams that I put. Dram number 1 was, I said I'm going to try. I've got 3 drams I want to go for. Dram number 1 was the Blair Athol 20, which I got a chance to try at the Diageo event that I was kindly invited to.
All right. Cool.
Very, very nice. On that lineup, there was a Manickmore 31, 27-year finish in virgin oak.
Never had that.
That's
before.
awesome.
Wild.
That's
And a
so
Talisker
cool.
41.
Oh,
Which is just mental.
as you do.
But
yeah.
I didn't want to sound too wanky in the newsletter, so I stuck the Blair Athol 20. However, I went back to the Blair Athol 20 after those other 2 drams, and it was absolutely delightful.
Yeah.
It was like a sweetie. Second dram, I thought I'm going to have to taper this down because that's £400 a bottle, and I don't want to sound like if my dram of the week's £400. Ha ha ha. Was the Thompson Brothers Glen Scotia.
That was fantastic.
11. I didn't get a chance to really appreciate it at the Thompson Brothers Independent Bottler.
I don't think I tried.
Really, I
It's a terrific dram.
really good dram.
Fantastic.
70 quid a bottle, so much more affordable. And then the last one I said, Rare Fine Pulteney 17, White Oak, White Port, sorry. I have said at the moment it is currently, I mean, it's easy to say that now that it's won an award, but it's my drama 2025, and
Nice.
I challenge a whiskey to try and knock that off the top spot. Yeah, it's absolutely cracking.
16.
But anyway, subscribe to the newsletter, get on the YouTube channel, get in the Facebook group. Thank you very much. All the very best. Angela, cheers.
Cheers.